Hi, church. Praying for you guys. I love you. I have a thought for you from the book of Ruth. You guys know the story of Ruth. There was a famine in the land in Israel. And so this husband and his wife, Naomi, and their two sons traveled to the region of Moab. But when they're there, tragedy strikes. Naomi's husband dies. Her sons grow up. They get married, but then tragedy strikes two more times. Both of her adult sons die as well. Imagine a famine striking your land. Imagine losing your husband and losing both of your sons over the course of a few years. So then we know that Naomi eventually decides to return back to Israel, and her daughter-in-law Ruth goes with her. I want to read to you Naomi's summary of her life. In Ruth chapter 1, verse 21, Naomi said, "I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." Naomi realizes the death of her husband and her two sons was from the hand of the Lord. I don't have time right now for a whole teaching on the sovereignty of God, but Naomi insightfully understands that everything in her life, the good stuff and the bad stuff, is from the hand of the Lord. And that gives her the strength to weather this storm, the death of her husband and her boys. As Christians, we know that God causes all things to work together for the good of those who love Him, both the good things and the bad things. But Naomi doesn't know God's good plan in this moment. She doesn't know that her daughter-in-law Ruth will marry Boaz. She doesn't know they'll have a child. She'll be a grandma. She doesn't even know that King David and even Jesus will be descended from this line. She doesn't know any of that. In that moment, she just knows God is in control of the good things and the bad things that are coming into her world. Very similar to what Job said in Job 2:10. He said, "Shall we accept from God good and not trouble?" As Christians, we need to understand that God is in control of the good things and the troubles that are in our life. And that gives us the strength to weather these trials and storms that come, even if we do not see God's good plan in the middle of it. May we be like Naomi and Job that rested in God's sovereignty, God's plan in both the good stuff and the troubles. Amen. Have a great week.